This video is sponsored by Incogni. Good thing you made it out the egg first. It's a bit chilly at the moment as you're only covered in white down feathers, meaning after 5 or 6 weeks you've finally built up the strength to walk around. But you're not done there, so constantly nag mum for more and more food. She's still cutting up your dinner for you and hand delivering it, but it's not long till she decides you're sharp enough to do it yourself. At this young age, you're not really a fan of the larger bones, so just pick off the meat till it's dry. You don't even have to worry about the waste, as mum's always cleaning up with fresh new sheets. As you await your next meal, you can't help but wonder, if mum's always in the nest with you, where does all this food come from? Huh? Right, your dad, of course. You forget that with some species they can actually be involved. Though, you don't see him that much. Seems he's a bit late today, but he has brought food. And he's off again. Shame. Guess he doesn't have time for you. After 4 months in the nest, you're now fully feathered, but that's not the only thing that's changed. Mum wants to stretch her wings, meaning Dad has his first time alone with you in the nest for some father-son bonding. That's right, we're going with you as a male for this one, but don't worry, we won't miss out any of the female side. Oh, looks like Mum's back with dinner. And she's brought a much bigger feast than Dad usually gets. Sloths aren't on the menu for most predators, but your sharp beaks can get through their thicker skin, giving you special access. A few days later, after finishing off the sloth as a family, you're feeling a bit down, as neither parent seem to have enough time for you. Doesn't seem fair. That's not going to be you when you grow up, constantly on the go, no time to do anything. You're going to be free, able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. You'll spend every day hanging out with your chicks. No excuses. It turns out, when you grow up isn't that far away, as at 6 months it's time to see if you're cut out for the real world. There we go, got them working. You're a bit rough at first, but after a few days you're flying like mum and dad, all the way round and back to the nest. You're not quite ready to give up the free meals. Plus, whenever there's a storm, it always seems to miss this exact spot. The parent's job is getting easier though, as you're gradually learning to hunt some of your own meals. Unfortunately, after a year and some number of months, the bank of mum and dad finally runs out and you're left to fully fend for yourself. You are now an adult Harpy Eagle. On your quest to live the dream life, you first have to find your own territory. Don't want to be spoiling all the precious memories with a family land dispute. This seems decent, but you'll probably only know after you peruse the local wildlife. Stealth is vital to your success, and to help you stay invisible, you fire up Incogni, today's video sponsor. Scams, identity theft, annoying phone calls. They all start with personal data being exposed online, across people's search sites, data broker databases, AI answers, and more. You don't like this, especially when sensitive info like addresses, phone numbers, and full names can be used to track you down, posing potential safety risks. To fight back, you create an Incogni account and authorize them on your behalf to contact their hundreds of known data brokers and websites with data removal requests. As you're on the unlimited plan, you even send in a few extra links you found for a custom data removal. Though, this doesn't work for old social media posts and accounts. You've tried. One of the best parts is that it's not one and done, as Incogni's fully automated process sends out repeat requests, catching any of your data that reappears on the sites. Which is why you're happy you got the annual plan by clicking the link incogni.com/James Toland in this video's description and using the code James Toland, getting you 60% off. If anyone else wants the same, they can have it by checking out the link after the video. The thick canopy above ensures little sunlight gets into the forest, meaning your world-leading eyesight goes a bit to waste as you focus more on listening. You manually lift a circle of feathers around your face, forming an owl-like facial disc to help direct sound to the ears on the side of your head. Despite still being like 6.5 feet wide, your wingspan is considered a bit short relative to your around 3 feet high and 4 to 6 kilo weight, purposefully to allow easier maneuverability through the dense forest, with your fan of tail feathers helping control direction. As you search, you hop from branch to branch, happy to wait, sometimes up to over 20 hours to find something. Howl! But sounds like you won't have to today. Howl! 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 Right, that's getting annoying. Time to switch it off. Your legs are the size of a human wrist, granting you the title of world's most powerful bird of prey. Well, the females are, being nearly double your size. But still, combined with your talons that are equal to a grizzly bear's claws in length, you're able to crush through the skull and body for an instant kill. Being able to carry up to 7-ish kilos means the added weight is nothing for you as you fly to a cozy spot in the trees to eat. Your sharp beak tears off chunks, which, with the help of your barbed tongue, are swallowed whole, making their way to your crop, a pouch on your esophagus that stores food for several days, allowing you to gorge down up to a third of your body weight in one sitting. That's enough for now. You can come back later. Over the next few days, the food makes its way through your 2-part stomach, with strong acids digesting pretty much everything, ready for you to come back and finish the leftovers. The strong acids mean you don't mind a bit of rot, so don't have to waste what you couldn't get down the first time. They're not perfect though, and some parts like the hair have to come back up as a gastric pellet. Oh, looks like your next meal. A big boy like Mummy used to get. You scoop on down and take out the target. Well, try to. This one's a lot harder. Why won't they let go? Great, you've lost the element of surprise now. It's not worth risking it against those claws. Guess they're a bit out of your league. Whoop. Females only. That's okay, because if they're all going for bigger prey, it leaves less competition for the smaller critters. Your next years of life are great. Just living the dream. Wake up when you want, love your day job, nothing threatens you, it's everything you've ever wanted. Though, around your 5th birthday, you do start to feel a slight emptiness. Like, there's got to be more to it than this. More point or purpose. Maybe it's just the biological clock saying it's time. Settling down worries you. You don't want to lose what you have. But something needs to change. It won't be like your parents. You can still be free, just free together. It's not crystal clear on the exact courting process, so we can only assume you go in with the cold approach, hitting them with some smooth chat-up vocalizations whilst discreetly filming it all through a hidden camera. She seems interested, but you've both got to make sure it's perfect. It's an up to 30-year commitment, so you don't want to get it wrong. You've passed the communication test. Next up is the physical, involving testing your flying abilities, possibly by locking talons and going for a free fall. Finally, you must provide a sacrifice to prove you're up to the job when called upon. Awesome, you've got your new mate for life. Everything feels less lonely now. Time to get back to doing what you enjoy. Huh? What's this? What, it's time for that? Already? It's okay, it won't take long. As the most superior species in the forest, you separate yourself from the local peasants by living as far above them as you can, around 130 feet high, on top of the trunk, giving a nice and easy flight path in and out. You've been raiding the lessers' homes, clutching suitable branches and flapping away till they break off, before arranging them nicely in your new home. 300 sticks later, your 6 feet wide, 1 feet deep, cozy new pad is built, cushioned with a nice layer of soft greenery. Now, you can finally go and do something you enjoy. Huh? Oh, she wants to take the new bed for a spin, huh? Well, you can spare a few minutes. A few seconds later, you head off to have some well-deserved me time, at the expense of this poor fella. The chase is on. Above the canopy, your large-for-your-size eyes produce some of the best eyesight in the kingdom, giving 2 sharp images of the target rather than the usual one of most animals, with the sharpest being at 45 degrees. However, they're not immune to the sun, or a branch potentially sticking in, which is why there's built-in protection in the form of a bony ridge that makes you always look angry. The unfortunate downside to all this is that you're unable to move your eyes in their sockets, meaning you constantly have to move your head to get a clear picture. Which is also why you don't dive straight down, instead opting for an up to 50 mph spiral before your aerial assault. Ah, see? You knew it would all be okay. You can still enjoy the hunt and can now go back to the nest for some company and a cozy bed. Honey, you're home. No. No. No, 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 no. 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 You didn't realise that's what was happening. It's too soon. You're not ready yet. No. You just wanted to relax. It's fine. It's fine. It's earlier than you wanted, but you can manage. Just need to quickly grab something for Mum so she's free to sit on the eggs all day. Right, that's out the way. See? Easy. Now time for some rest. As your legs bend, they pull the tendons in your talons, causing them to bend around the branch, then lock in place with their ratchet-style grooves, requiring muscular effort to unlock, which is why you can doze off upright without worry of falling 130 feet. After a good night's rest, possibly involving some one-eye open unihemispheric slow-wave sleep to stay alert, You rub your kerosene beak on the branch to sharpen up, then get off to work. For 2 months you manage, still finding some enjoyment in the job and feeling like you have plenty of time to rest. You're even able to help out around the house. But something tells you that might be about to change. At least you can get rid of the insurance now. Before you can even say hi, Mum's sending you away for food, and on your return, you're rewarded, with nothing left over for you. Back out again. At first you're hopeful it'll be better tomorrow, which turns into next week, then into next month, before finally, the cruel realities of life slowly sink in. They're all grown up and you've barely seen them. The thrills you used to enjoy are now a constant drain, and if you stop for a day, it's the others that'll suffer. But, just as everything feels as meaningless as it's ever been, the world suddenly changes. You're now more than happy to go out for food again. The feelings of hopelessness vanish, and you no longer regret sacrificing the world of freedom you once knew, as you look out and realise it was all worth it in the end. Now that Mum can help again, the workload drops, and you're starting to enjoy it again. Sleep's back to normal, and you manage to spend some quality time with the kid in the lead up to sending them off into the world. As you feel your life getting back to the good old days, you go through the yearly molt, getting a fresh set of feathers for a fresh start. It was rough, but you're wiser for it, and now able to fully appreciate the freedom you thought you'd lost. Huh? No. Don't forget to check out Incogni through the link in the description using the code JamesToland to get 60% off an annual plan.